Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be making sardine roll, and this sardine roll is very delicious. You can try this at home. First of all, we are going to be adding warm milk into a bowl, half cup of milk, and then 1 tablespoon of active yeast into the same place, and then 1/3 cup of sugar, followed by 1 whole egg. And then we are going to be beating them together to make sure it's well mixed. Give it a perfect beating to mix very well, and then we'll be going in with our 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and we'll be giving it a perfect mix too to make sure we get the texture we need. At this time, we are going to be adding oil to our dough. We're not going to be using any other oil except the sardine oil, but for you, if you want to use any other oil, you can use your cooking oil, but for me, I want to use the sardine oil. And after that, I'll be kneading it with my hands. We'll have to take all this out of the our whisker, and then we knead with our hand. We get it into a flat surface to make sure we knead it to the texture we want. You knead it until it is well kneaded and very soft. Okay, at this time our bowl is already oiled. We are going to be putting this into the bowl, and we cover it and set it aside for it to double in size. We are going to be covering it with our plastic wrap. You can as well cover with whatever you want. Okay, I'll cover it with our plastic wrap and then my kitchen towel, and I'll be going in and then be keeping it in a dark place. You can keep it wherever you want, but make sure wherever you are putting your dough is dark and a little bit warm. I am going to be putting mine in an oven to make sure it double in size. As it is in oven getting ready to rise, we'll be mixing our toppings. We are going to be using 2 tins of sardine, and I'll be adding some scotch bonnet to make it sharp in the mouth. And we go ahead and mash this down. Make sure you take off all the bones if you're able, and then mash it very well down. You can add butter to make it a little bit stretchy, but I'm not going to be adding butter into it. I don't want too much oil. Now our dough has doubled in size, and we are going to be kneading it again and spreading it for the next process. Look at that. Make sure you take out all the air, and as we do this, we bring it down to the flat surface once more to spread it out with our rolling pin. Make sure you spread it to the extent you want. Okay, make sure it is all in size. Make sure you spread it to be the same size. Okay, and after doing this, it is time for the next step. At this time, it is time to cut out the edges if you want, but for me, I'm going to be cutting out the edges. I want it to look very good. I want it to look beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be cutting out the edges to make sure it is in the same line before adding my toppings. Now I'm going to be adding the well mashed sardine on top of the dough. I'm going to be spreading it out on the surface of the dough, after which I'll roll it out. This time around, roll your dough roll it out. Go ahead and roll it. Do not be afraid of rolling it. Roll it as so. And after rolling it, make sure you seal out the edges so that it does not spread out when it's baking. Make sure you seal the edges very well with your fingers. You can as well add a little water to make sure the edge, or milk to make sure the edge is well sealed. And I'll be measuring it out with this. I will measure it to make sure it's all the same size, so all of them will be done at the same time. Okay, as I am doing like this, my oven is already set at 355 degrees centigrade and I am getting ready to start baking. Now we'll be cutting it into parts with our thread. You can use clean thread or you use dental flux. I am using dental flux, unused dental flux that has not been used. Okay, the new one. You use it and cut it out. It is very easy to do that. When you're cutting it out with knife, it will look different, but when you're cutting it out with this thread, it will look perfect. You can cut it out with thread. When you do this recipe, I want you to comment on the comment section and tell me how your own recipe turned out, okay, so that we'll know how your own recipe turned out. After doing this, it will be going into the oven and it will be baked for about 45 minutes. We'll leave it in oven for 45 minutes. This time it's done and ready to be baked. It's out of the oven, well baked, beautiful. Look at that. You can test it out and you can see it is all well baked. Together we'll be testing it to see how tasty it is. You can try this recipe. It is very easy, okay, very easy, and a homemade stuff that you can eat. You know, you can just chew when you need to choose some stuff. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share and comment. Let us know how you did yours. Bye.